Hello and welcome back to the Training Academy. I'm Xiaoling, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at a few key points to help you play as a team. Number 1. The bomb diffuser. The amount of times I've seen the person who has the bomb diffuser run off on their own and 1. Be nowhere near the team when the team have secured one of the 2 bomb sites, or 2. Get killed. So when the team does secure the bomb site, they have to leave the objective area to find and pick up the diffuser that was dropped, which usually ends up with them getting killed, as well as consequently the loss of the round that could have easily been won. It's really infuriating when your team has secured a bomb site only to realize the guy with the diffuser is off on his own solo adventure on the other side of the map, nowhere near any of the objectives, and at the same time seem to not read the chat when the team is telling them to come to a specific site. If you are planning on running off on your own, or are going to be the one dealing with the roamer, drop the diffuser for someone else to pick up, or at least pay attention to the chat or voice communication so that you can see when your team needs you to plant the diffuser. If the enemy team kills the player with the diffuser, all they need to do is make sure that no one else picks it up, and they will win the round. Losing control of the diffuser is bad, very bad. Make sure it doesn't happen. Don't run off on your own with the diffuser. Number 2. Coordinated attacks. As the attackers, it often happens that the team will split and attack objectives from multiple places. If you do plan on using this approach, make sure to coordinate your attacks with the rest of your team. Coordinating your attacks from multiple sides at the same time will cause the most amount of confusion for the defenders. There is no point in going in one at a time, attacking one side at a time, and then getting killed one at a time. Synchronize your push from multiple directions. Yes, this will require you to actually communicate with your team. Use mics, otherwise type it in chat. However, using the mic is obviously faster. There isn't always time to start typing an essay in the heat of battle. 3. Watch your back. When moving as a group or even as a pair, there's no point in all the players covering the front. There's almost always a defender roaming around the map. Someone needs to cover the back. The last thing you want is the enemy defender sneaking up behind your wall and getting a bunch of free kills, which I have seen many times over. Cover your back at all times whenever possible. Number 4. Shield operators need support. Shield operators are great at helping a push, but they lack accuracy when firing from the hip and firepower since they only have pistols. Their main role should be support. As a shield operator, you should not be running off solo. You are better off as a supporting player and sticking with your team. If you are playing a shield operator, don't hide behind your teammates. You need to be the one in front covering them. But be careful about strafing in front of them while they are trying to shoot the enemy. Tell them when and where you are moving to, or when you are retreating. Number 5. Knowing where your teammates are. Knowing where your teammates are is very important for both attacking and defending sides. In casual play, it's much easier to know because they have outlines. However, in ranked, you do not have outlines, so you will only see their icons. Knowing where they are can help you plan your attack or where you are needed when you are defending. I talked about the importance of listening and sound in one of the other videos I made. Sound is crucial in Rainbow Six Siege. I can't emphasize that enough.
One op 4 remaining.
If you're not paying attention to where your teammates are or the sounds that you're hearing, you will have no idea if it's your teammates making those noises or the enemy, which will lead to a friendly fire incident or getting killed. Pay attention to the location of your team. If you can see your teammates are trying to be very quiet, for example, as a defender, if one of your teammates is roaming and generally being very quiet, don't start sprinting around where they are or putting up barricades and just generally making a lot of noise after the preparation phase. You're going to alert the enemy to their presence and yours as well. Firstly, they'll know where to look, and secondly, they'll be ready for an ambush. And as an attacker, the same thing applies. If your teammate is advancing quietly, don't sprint up to them or run past them. Again, all you're doing is giving their position away as well as yours. Remember, there is a walk button. You can crouch walk when needed to be extra quiet. And finally, when engaged in a firefight, knowing where your teammates are means knowing where their lines of fire are and not walking into them. So don't strafe or walk in front of them. If you do want to be in front of a teammate, make sure you are in a lower posture than them. If they are standing, you can crouch. If they are crouched, then you should go prone. Rainbow Six Siege is a team-based game through and through. That means communicating with your team, whether attacking or defending. You'll have a much better experience if you work as a team. If you're too shy to use the mic, then use the in-game chat. Both are easily accessible, so don't forget to use them. Don't try and play this game lone wolf. You'll have a better chance of winning, especially against a team that doesn't communicate if your team does. And I'll say again, communication is key. And that wraps up this video. I hope this helped some of you out. Just a few simple tips. I'm sure there's some stuff I've not covered. This is not an exhaustive guide about teamwork and tactics, just a few things to keep in mind when playing Rainbow Six Siege. As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the section below. If you did enjoy the content and you'd like to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe or share the video with your friends. Otherwise, I've been Xiaoling. Until next time.